Hi, it's Snorgle. Welcome back to Tangle Tower. A young woman has been seemingly murdered by a character in a painting, so Detective Grimoire and his plucky assistant Sally are called to investigate. Will believes to solve this bizarre mystery? Puzzle solving and lateral thinking, of course. Keep going. So last time we went Fifi. That unlocked her room. Seems like she might be on the spectrum. Let's look around here and see what we got. What is this?
Fifi's got something pinned up here.
What is all this?
Look closer. Oh, these are the characters.
Is that supposed to be me? Why do I look so angry?
That's just the face you make when you're thinking.
It is too.
You wonder, though, when did Fifi draw all this?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Not sure.
I think that's supposed to be Felix.
Yep, I think so too.
Who is that?
No idea. And that's you, Sally.
What? I do not want that.
You gotta do.
Do I?
No comment. Let's see. I don't think we met any of the other people, so we'll just... Yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah, we don't know.
Who's that?
Not sure.
Who's that?
Not sure.
Okay, so we haven't met those people yet. And then we have all this other sort of... Okay, so everybody here... Let's see. Grimoire goes with Sally. Oh, they're connected with who they're like up their partner with. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Well, we got a triangle going on there. Not sure what that means.
Who isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm. And Fifi herself.
Of course. Interesting. All right, let's look around a little more. That's curious. What's this?
It looks like a microscope. A big one.
Can I touch it?
Yeah, let's look closer.
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
Horizontally slide 4 magnifying lenses to the correct position. What's the correct position? I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. Oh, wow. That seems too big. Oh, that seems right. No, that's too big. So I think this still goes back here. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this is tricky. This is really fiddly. Okay, well that's kind of one. Nope. Oh. There we go.
That's the one.
Okay, cool.
Hey, not bad.
Thank you.
Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah. It's built on top of a little metal box.
Curious?
There's a book in here.
Ooh. Secret diary. A well-used book resembling a diary. It's locked with a strange metal device. Okay. Anything else here?
I don't know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
And 1% caffeine.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the can.
Oh, that's curious.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
And it's a magnifying glass. A big one.
How come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
Oh, God, no.
You can pull off a pipe.
Plus, don't smoke anything. It's gross. Teddy bear.
New suspect. Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a bear.
I'm innocent.
For the judge.
Boxes.
Okay.
Other stuff.
All right, we've pretty much exhausted the West Tower. Maybe let's head over to the East Tower. What's here? Let's take a look here. I don't know what this is. Stone Square. Oh, huh. What's going on here?
Is that a clock?
If it is, it's a clock with 4 faces.
Okay, let's have a look.
I'm guessing it doesn't tell the time.
So what does it do?
Okay. No, I don't want that. That?
That's the one.
Really?
Hey, not bad.
Thanks. I don't.
What's in the box?
A little tool thing? Looks like a telescope.
Huh.
But I'm not actually sure what it is.
A small brass tool with a curved glass lens. It has a screw at its base. Okay, curious. Anything else we can...
There's a metal plaque on the bench.
Yeah, what does it say?
Is there a message engraved on it?
I think there was at one point, but someone scratched it
Oh,
off.
scratched it off. Oh. All right, let's talk. Hello.
Whoa. Nice cape.
You're not fellows or pointers. I'm sure I shall immediately regret asking. But who are you, and what is your business here?
Hey.
I'm Sally, and this is my sidekick, Grimoire.
Hey.
A private detective, Grimoire.
Really? You're a detective. If this is a joke, it's not a good one.
Who are you, anyway?
Good question.
Private Detective Hawkshaw.
What?
Oh, nice. Hawkshaw's a cooler name than Grimoire.
Hey.
Maybe I'll become her sidekick.
Stop it.
You're not on the Freya Fellow case, too, are you?
That is classified information between myself and my client.
So that's a no.
Clearly, this is something which eludes you. But a real detective refrains from handing out informations to persons unknown.
What a jerk.
Oh. Right.
Now, if you would, I have work to do.
I wouldn't.
It's not in my interest to discuss personal details.
Even if you're one of the suspects in a murder?
Very well. Let us make a small exception. Ask.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I'm on a case at the behest of my client.
How long have you been at Tangle Tower?
133 hours.
What?
5.5 days.
What are you working for?
I am not at liberty to answer that. Now, I shall permit you one more question.
What crime are you...
How'd you get that scar? It's cool.
You really think so?
It is pretty cool.
As it happens, I completed an examination of Flora's room on the morning before the murder. I've been investigating every single room at Tangle Tower. Hers was one of the last on my list.
Did you find anything unusual?
Nothing but a thin layer of dust and an atmosphere of somber melancholy.
Was Flora in there at the time?
She spent the duration of my search staring up at the sky, out the open window. Didn't say a word, although I'm told this is the expected behavior.
What did you do after that?
I spent the early evening searching the library.
As one does.
It took longer than it should have. Fiona leaves that room in a permanent state of disarray.
Fiona was in the library too?
I expected her to make an appearance, but she did not.
Well,
And you stayed in the library the rest of the day?
Not quite. Towards the early evening, my examination of the library
actually, I like these statements.
was unexpectedly disrupted. Sounds of running, wailing, shouting from several floors above. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared. He emerged from the Pointer staircase,
Okay.
crossed the hall,
Yep, went up.
ran up the Fellow staircase.
Right.
Our eyes met. He was breathless. Something had caused him great alarm.
That's curious.
Me to stay out of the way. I consented. I decided to return to my office in the stone square. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me.
Oh,
She was clutching the banister of the Pointer staircase with an apprehensive manner. She wished to know where Professor Pointer had gone. I told her what had transpired. Then, she too crossed the hall and disappeared up the Fellow staircase. More
what the
so than
splurp is going on?
prior, I felt like quite an intruder in the house. I took my leave, out towards the stone square. The grounds were silent. There were no signs of human life. Even the greenhouse was without its typical inhabitant.
What?
I noted that he, too, must be entangled in whatever was transpiring in Fellow Tower.
Who's he?
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his
Oh,
appearance.
the gardener, okay.
He spoke to me of what had occurred. His report was as clumsy and cumbersome as the man giving it.
Hey.
I'm upset.
He was rattled. That much was clear. But sorrowful, mournful, I cannot say.
Why not? Okay, good. Tell us about some people.
Quite the stoic statue, isn't she? I can only dream of being as cold and indifferent as Freya Fellow.
You think she's hiding something?
Perhaps. She has some strange habits.
Like what?
I heard she barely sleeps. An hour here or there.
Really?
sporadically. Spends the rest of her time staring up at the sky.
Weird.
Did you
Felix?
get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to paper.
He knows more than he lets on.
Probably. But talking with him is so tedious.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Considerably intelligent, and her powers of observation are enviable. But she has no ambition, no focus.
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Right.
Barely.
Barely. Come on now.
314 cases solved.
300?
And 14.
I think this is Grimoire's third.
I perceived her to be the most intelligent individual here at Tangle Tower.
I was curious.
Within a day, she had identified for whom I was working and for what I was searching.
No kidding.
I didn't know how she did it. I was impressed.
Maybe it's magic.
I regret that I did not question her more thoroughly when I had the opportunity.
You couldn't have known she was about to be killed, though.
I have only myself to blame for failing to perceive the signs.
What signs?
I do not wish to do your job for you, detective.
That's it. Thank you. Can we go to the greenhouse? Yeah, let's go. The greenhouse. Sweet. What's this?
A little chart of, Actually, I have no idea what it's about.
I don't know either. It looks mathy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? Let's just let's take a little screenshot here. Just in case. You never know. Never know when you need that. Okay.
What do you make of it?
Not a whole lot.
Let's look around. What do we got here?
Tools. Used by a gardener for gardening.
Makes sense. What's up here?
Hanging baskets. They're so high up.
To you, maybe.
You're only 2 inches taller than me.
I know 2 inches can make a difference.
2 inches makes all.
Jinx.
This one's in a little pot.
Okay, that is definitely not edible.
It looks like a gemstone, don't you think?
Potted fruit with hard gemstone-like skin. The soil in the pot is an unusual blue color. That's strange. That's extraordinarily strange.
All the flowers here look kind of poisonous.
Can flowers be poisonous?
Anything can be poisonous.
Fair enough.
To know. Is that fruit? It's shaped like fruit.
Too shiny to be fruit. I think it's glowing a little too.
Safe to eat, do you think?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm not really seeing anything else we can interact with.
It's glass, but I can't see.
Total oxymoron.
I am not.
Tools. Used by a gardener
Yep.
for gardening.
We're good. Got it. Okay, I don't think there's anything else.
It's glass.
Yep.
Total
I
oxymoron.
am not.
Okay, let's talk to what was his name?
Don't move. We're being watched.
Yeah, I see him.
Hello. Oh,
He's
very.
a little too big to hide in the bushes.
Yeah.
Is anyone going to say anything? Or shall we just stand around staring at each other?
Oh, staring contest.
Sorry.
That's better. I'm Sally. And the guy hiding behind me is Detective Grimoire. Who are you?
Fellow.
Oh,
Gardener.
wait. Are you a fellow
Why are you so tall?
or a gardener?
I don't know.
Yeah. How do you answer that? We already got to think at her. Tell us about yourself.
As the gardener.
I don't get paid to do it. It's just my area of interest.
Right, so you're part of the family.
The plants. They're all kind of weird.
Right. Did you see the lake?
That giant green and purple lake surrounding the entire house? Yeah, I clocked it.
The color is just a byproduct.
Of what?
Yeah.
Poison?
It's not poisonous. Not to you.
What?
What's this got to do with the plants?
Wait, not to
Water
me?
controls all life, just like anywhere else on the planet.
Okay.
Clouds form, rain falls.
Yeah.
The water grows the plants, animals eat the plants.
Okay.
Anything you've perceived as an irregularity is simply a result of this hydrological cycle.
Thanks.
Could you say that again, but like condense it as if you were talking to a slightly stupid person?
Oh, you're a 5-year-old?
Our lake water causes the unpredictable alteration of DNA. Sometimes.
Alteration?
What?
Like mutation.
That'd be the official term.
Okay.
For us, it's normal.
No.
And you're the local expert on all this stuff?
No. I'm just the gardener.
Well, you're also a member of the family.
I was in my greenhouse, watering and weeding.
Sounds exciting.
Was anyone else around?
Not at first. Penelope came in a little later. She likes looking at the flowers, I think.
Okay, fair enough.
You speak to each other.
A little, not too much.
What'd you say?
I left the greenhouse in the early afternoon. I went up to my room. Then I came back outside to weed the main gardens.
Jeez.
Didn't see anyone else. After that, I went up to the garden outside my room.
And?
Let me guess. Watering and weeding.
Right.
Did anything happen to you yesterday, Fitz?
Let's get your statement,
I
buddy.
was up in the rooftop garden. It was quiet.
Yep.
And then it wasn't.
Oh, rooftop garden.
Describe it.
Right.
Could have been a scream, but it didn't sound human.
What?
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
We?
Yeah, who's we?
Poppy was with me. Did I not mention that?
You did not.
Flora's room was locked. That's normal. She usually locks it from the inside. I knocked on the door and shouted. Nobody responded. We became concerned.
You kicked the door down?
I did. Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back. Flora was there too, but I barely noticed her at first. Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too. Penelope arrived
Okay.
shortly after that.
This is tracking?
In tow. I thought that was odd. You don't normally see the two of them together.
Why not?
Felix took charge. There was nothing else I could do to help. I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
Oh, no.
I found her pacing back and forth around the stone square.
Yeah.
When I approached her, she snapped at me. I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long.
She's a little snappy.
When I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
Tell us about some people.
I like Flora. I hope she's all right.
Do you think she had anything to do with the murder?
There's no way. She wouldn't willingly cause any additional suffering for anyone.
Interesting.
Felix is a contradiction.
How's that?
His loyalties are placed firmly within the realm of materialism, money, property.
Yeah.
But his ego relies on an entirely fraudulent self-image.
Huh.
Don't you think?
I was just about to say the same thing.
Fifi,
I know people like that.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. If you find out, maybe you can let me know.
Yeah. I mean, you actually seem like a nice enough guy.
Questioned me.
About what?
My work, the plants, bit of everything.
Did she search the greenhouse?
No, she didn't.
You sure? Maybe she did it when you weren't in there.
No, she hasn't touched it.
How can you tell?
Trust me, I can tell. She was always kind to me.
Oh.
She'd come into the greenhouse when I was working, sometimes by herself, sometimes with Poppy. I think they were just bored at first.
Well, sure.
Eventually, they started asking questions.
About what?
Poppy wanted to learn about flowers. Freya, she used to ask me about the insects.
Insects.
One of my jobs is to protect plants from things that might eat them. Freya brought me this little glass box, leaves and twigs inside. She'd say, put all the troublemakers in there. Every day I'd put a handful of beetles and other things in the box. Then she'd come along and take it away.
What?
I didn't really understand her.
Oh,
She was always kind.
that's nice. That's a really, really good quality to have as a human being.
Have you met this guy, Fitz? Shifty eyes, doesn't say a lot. Totally suspicious, if you ask me.
That's me.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Yep.
I was joking.
Oh, I see.
Okay, we're done with you, buddy.
Fitz's room is unlocked. It's up in the Fellow Tower.
Okay,
This could be interesting.
we'll go later. I want to... Let's go here. Well, maybe this is Fitz's room. I love the way the map works. It's so cool. Oh, it's the music room. Cool. Oh, this is Poppy. Okay. What's this?
Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Well, it is the music room. He's got to practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
Horn statue. A shiny statue of a strange creature holding a large horn. There's a noticeable crack running along the length of the statue's horn. Inside the horn and on the ground below, there are various shards of cracked glass. Looks like maybe there's a glass in here at some point. Come on, what's this?
Oh,
Violin?
it's a violin, I wonder.
It's pretty dusty. So I'm guessing nobody.
1 old wooden bookcase.
Yep.
25 dry old books.
Mm-hmm.
4 lit candles.
Yeah.
Am I the only one seeing the problem?
What? What problem?
All right, you got your wish.
Spooky murder mansion?
Spooky murder mansion.
All right, let's talk Poppy. Hi, Poppy.
Are you a ghost?
Sally! That's rude! Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Oh, congratulations.
That makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
Indeed.
I know.
What's your name?
My name is Poppy.
Yep.
I'm a pointer. And a
We know.
priest.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist.
Well, no.
13 years of dedicated practice.
Right. I would... Well said.
I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer.
Oh.
The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends.
Oh, that's
We both
nice.
turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely.
For sure.
He, Freya, and I would often talk about it.
Yeah.
Argue about it. Freya wanted to leave,
Hmm.
but Fifi... Things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much longer.
Yeah. That's fair. Tell us about yesterday.
3.5 hours of piano practice. Soon
Okay.
as I wake up.
Yep.
Same as always.
3.
I know that one.
Does that not hurt your hands?
Sure.
And you do this in the music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room.
I understand that too.
Mistakes, I like to make them in private.
Nope, wrong.
After that.
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea.
Hmm.
She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Okay.
Just you up there?
No, Fitz came outside after a while.
Ah, yep, he said that.
His room's on the other side.
Oh,
He's been
oh.
teaching me about flowers.
Nice.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
Let's get your statement.
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound.
I really like these statements.
Sounds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling. It was like something drilling into a piece of metal.
Huh.
But different. Worse.
That's strange.
Pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower.
Okay.
We went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Okay.
I went inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah.
Nobody.
I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did.
It's curious.
Didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi. Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually she let me in.
And then punch you in the face.
We're off. But I could see she'd already been crying.
Oh.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall.
Oh, you left out the punch
Father
face
was
part.
there too, for some reason.
Hmm.
The three of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He
Nobody
told me
talks about
Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific
right
test.
on the
She took me
blood
down
paint.
to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
Hmm.
After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
Okay.
That's it?
So
That's it.
nobody talks about the fact that every single story nobody mentions that Flora is up in the tower. That's peculiar.
Needless noise from tongues expel, unless within the mouth they dwell. The
What?
spoken word, unfit for dealing, with the shifting form of feeling, stand unblinking in the face of taciturn and soundless space.
Please stop that. Are you going to do that for everything?
Foregone drifter.
Oh,
holding
dear.
fast, days as shadow seeker past. Is it bravery or surrender, accepting that your world will render nothing darker than the gloom some four walls make round a room?
Okay.
Between the lips a silver spoon, a story written all too soon.
Yeah.
The chosen dwelling of her heart, unjustly chosen to depart. Lost her liberation lays in the center of a maze.
Maybe don't get your day job. I guess it doesn't sound like you have a day job.
The waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. But on its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will. Hard of head, but free of mind, unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees beyond, behind our walls, beneath our pond. A soul untied, it's hers, it's free. Was then, is now, will ever be. Softly does
Oh,
it fly,
dear.
all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush.
What was that game that I played
Hour by hour,
where everything was in rhyme?
day.
Look into the Milky Way. that's a super fun game. It made it very difficult to read the dialogue, though.
That's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects.
You're not rhyming,
Thought that would be kind of cool.
Yeah?
But it's just tedious.
right? like a lot of things in life. Okay, I think we're done with her.
All right. Poppy's bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
Let's what do we got here? Oh, well, let's just keep going methodically up. Ooh, who's that? I don't know who that is. So an aviary, like a bird place. Let's go ahead and look. Let's look around a little bit here.
They're bird cages.
They are.
But the birds are coming and going freely.
Good for them.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is. I don't like mirrors. They steal your soul.
No, they don't.
How do you get your hair so symmetrical without using a mirror?
I do it by weight. I can
What?
feel if one side is heavier than the other.
You should go see a therapist.
Bird diagrams. Hand painted.
They're beautiful. Someone really knows their stuff.
Bird diagram.
yeah. Let's see.
And especially fancy.
Ooh, fancy.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
Huh. Oh, 3 brightly colored birds in a heavy ornate cage. I wonder why that's a clue. I can't really see anything else to click here, so let's go ahead and talk to this person.
Oh, just beautiful.
Yeah?
Is it?
Huh?
Sort of a delicate jade, but with a little seafoam green, is that right?
Sorry?
Your hair, dear! Which shade do you use? It's lovely! And that shape, you're really pushing the envelope.
Ooh.
Oh, thanks. I do what I can to offset Grimoire's beige on brown ensemble.
Detectives don't need to be brightly colored. We prefer to blend into the background.
Oh, you're the detective? Delightful. Penny Pointer, pleasure.
Is that short for Penelope?
Officially, yes, but I never can be bothered with all 4 syllables.
You're the second person who said that.
It's coming out of the mouth, don't you think?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, tell us about yourself.
Aquarius, love to travel, and nearly all of my friends are birds.
Huh.
Travel? Where to?
Anywhere at all, as long as it has species worth studying. Ornithology, they call it. I call it the only thing I've ever been good at.
And have you studied the birds here at Tangle Tower?
But of course! Where else do you think I developed my love?
Oh, nostalgia, a classic bebop song?
Where I go, I always find myself coming home to Tangle Tower.
Because of the birds.
Oh, no, because of him!
Who's him?
Silly to admit, but I suppose I can't bear for us to be apart.
Who?
Who are you talking about?
Oh, don't you know?
No.
My fiancé, dear Fitz. He's not really the traveling type, you see.
Wait, Fitz is a gardener?
The very one.
You're engaged to a member of the Fellow family? That's interesting.
I'm not especially interested in whatever tedious feuding goes on between our 2 families.
Good for you. Good for you.
I find it much easier to stay out of it altogether.
Nice. I completely approve of that. What were you doing yesterday?
I awoke early and headed down into the greenhouse to see Fitz. He's
Nice.
always there.
Ah, that's delightful.
Every morning like clockwork.
How come?
It's where he's happiest. That, and he has a great deal of work to do every day. Watering, pruning, mulching, whatever that is.
Do you help him with the work in the greenhouse?
Yeah, good question.
No, I wouldn't dream of it. I'd probably break something.
So, you stayed with Fitz the whole day?
No. In the early afternoon, he went back inside. Rather suddenly, as it happens.
Curious.
Did he say why?
He didn't. Probably just a touch of heat stroke, the poor dear. He's more
What?
delicate than you'd think.
Really?
What did you do after that?
He looks like a strapping man.
I returned to the aviary to
Okay.
feed my birds.
All right, yeah.
And how many birds are you responsible for?
Officially 4.
There's a lot more than 4 in here.
400.
What?
Can they not feed themselves?
Of course. And they often do. But I think they just like the company.
Okay, sure. Why not?
As do I.
Yeah. All right. Give us your statement.
Sometime in the evening,
I actually really like these statements.
headed back towards my room. But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. He was muttering something. Seemed a bit upset, the poor dear. I followed him down, but the grand hall was empty by the time I got there. Empty aside from Detective Hawkshaw loitering over by the library. I don't know what it was, but she looked a little lost. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the Fellow Tower. I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path. For some reason, he was coming out of Fitz's bedroom. He looked rather lost, too.
Okay, this is cooperating, I think.
Uncle. He suggested we look up in Flora's tower room.
Yep.
See from the hallway. The door was off its hinges. I knew then something was terribly wrong.
Well, sure.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Oh,
Uncle Pointer was there. Fitz, too. Standing over in the corner with Fifi and Poppy.
yeah.
What about Flora?
Of course, silent as ever.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Uncle suggested we should leave. Give the others some space, you know.
Sure.
So he and I both returned to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
All right. You know, I don't care what you think about all these people.
Penny's room now.
Now, like, right now?
Yeah, let's go. Oh, that was quick. Ooh, Penny's room. We'll explore this room, but that will have to wait for the next video. Thank you so much for watching this really delightful playthrough of Tangle Tower. I'm having a lot of fun. I haven't done an investigation mystery in ages, and it's just super fun. I love the artwork. The story is intriguing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for more Tangle Tower. See you next time.